Andorra, a tiny country high up in the Pyrenees mountains. Picture tall mountains covered in snow even in the spring. Clear rivers flow through green valleys. Old stone villages sit on the mountainsides. These villages are full of history and charm. This is Andorra, a land of amazing beauty. Andorra is a place where time seems to slow down. The air is clean and crisp. Life moves at a relaxed pace. People visit from everywhere to see Andorra's natural wonders. They hike the mountain trails. They ski in the winter. They relax in the warm, natural hot springs. Andorra's beauty is easy to see. It's a place you remember long after you leave. But Andorra is more than just a pretty place. It has a long history and a special culture. Andorra is full of different things. It's a place where old traditions meet modern life. It's a place where being isolated has made it independent. And it's a place that is always changing, even as it holds on to its past. Andorra is landlocked. It's tucked between France and Spain, high in the Pyrenees mountains. Being in the mountains has shaped its history. The mountains keep Andorra isolated. They make it hard to get to. This isolation has protected Andorra from invaders. It has also helped Andorra create its own unique culture. For a long time, life in Andorra was all about farming and raising sheep. The steep hills and small farms made people self-sufficient. The Andorran people learned to live with nature. This isolation created a strong sense of community and independence. But the mountains also made things hard. Travel and trade were difficult. Andorra stayed isolated for many years. This isolation changed the country's history and how it grew. Today, Andorra has modern roads and tunnels. These connect it to the rest of the world. But the mountains are still a big part of Andorra. They remind us of its isolation and its independence. Andorra's story is about survival. Stuck between powerful neighbors, it became a buffer state. Back in the 1200s, there was a fight over Andorra. The Count of Foix and the Bishop of Urgell both wanted control. This fight almost became a war. To stop the fighting, they found a solution. In 1278, they signed the Treaty of Pyrenees. This agreement made Andorra a co-principality. It put Andorra under the shared rule of the Count of Foix and the Bishop of Urgell. The Treaty of Pyrenees was a big deal. It helped Andorra survive. It also created a special political system that has lasted for centuries. This treaty is more than an old document. It shows how tough Andorra is and how it finds peaceful ways to solve problems. It shows how important diplomacy and compromise are. Andorra's co-principality is one of a kind. It's a leftover from a long time ago. This system has lasted for centuries. It reflects Andorra's history and its relationship with its neighbors. The co-princes are the heads of state. They don't have much real power. They act as protectors of Andorra's independence and freedom. Over time, the role of co-prince was passed down. The French president inherited the Count of Foix's title. The Bishop of Urgell still has his traditional role. This unusual system has worked surprisingly well. It has helped Andorra stay stable and independent. The co-princes have representatives in Andorra. They play a role in Andorra's legal and ceremonial life. The co-principality is a symbol of Andorra's past. It reminds us of the country's unique history and its place in the world. Andorra is modern now, but it still keeps its traditions. The co-principality shows how Andorra balances the old and the new. Section 5. A modern democracy, Andorra's constitution and government. Andorra is a bit of a puzzle. It's a co-principality with a modern democratic parliament. This mix of old and new is what makes Andorra's political system special. In 1993, Andorra got its first constitution. This was a big moment in its history. The constitution made Andorra a parliamentary co-principality. It protects the rights and freedoms of its citizens. The General Council is Andorra's parliament. It makes laws and approves how money is spent. The head of government leads the country. He is chosen by the General Council. Andorra's political system reflects its history. It's a careful balance between tradition and modern ways. The co-princes connect to the past. The parliament and government represent what the people want. Andorra's constitution shows its commitment to democracy and the rule of law. It's a plan for the country's future. It makes sure Andorra stays a stable and successful nation. Section 6. From Farms to Finance, Andorra's Economic Transformation. Andorra's economy has changed a lot. It went from small farms to tourism and finance. This change has brought wealth but also problems. For a long time, Andorra's economy was based on farming and raising sheep. The rough land limited how much food they could grow. The country was mostly isolated. In the 1900s, things started to change. Tourism created new opportunities. Andorra's beautiful scenery and duty-free shopping attracted visitors. Andorra's banks also grew. They brought in money from other countries. Today, tourism and finance are the most important parts of Andorra's economy. This change has brought challenges. Andorra has had to adapt to the global economy. It has also had to deal with concerns about being a tax haven. Andorra's economic story shows how it can adapt and stay strong. It shows that even small countries can do well in a globalized world. Section 7. A tax haven under scrutiny, Andorra's financial landscape. Andorra's tax system has been good and bad. Its low taxes have attracted investment from other countries. They have also caused criticism from international groups. Andorra has been known as a tax haven for a long time. It has no income tax, no wealth tax, and low taxes for businesses. This has made it a popular place for companies and rich people. But people have started to question Andorra's tax practices. The OECD and the EU have pressured Andorra to change its tax system. They say it gives Andorra an unfair advantage. They also say it helps people avoid paying taxes. Andorra has tried to be more open and cooperative. It has agreements with several countries to share tax information. It has also promised to follow international tax rules. People still debate Andorra's tax policies. The country wants to stay competitive, but also needs to follow international rules. Section 8. Navigating the European stage, Andorra's international relations. Even though it's small, Andorra is involved in international affairs. It has relationships with its neighbors, France and Spain, and with the European Union. Andorra is not a member of the EU, but it has a special connection with them. It uses the euro as its money. It trades freely with EU countries. Andorra is also a member of the United Nations. It is active in several international organizations. Andorra's foreign policy is about neutrality, cooperation, and promoting peace and human rights. One of Andorra's main goals is to strengthen its relationship with the EU. Andorra wants to be closer to the EU. It takes part in EU programs, but Andorra's tax status makes it harder to get closer to the EU. Andorra cares about the environment. It is worried about how climate change will affect its mountains. Andorra is working to reduce pollution. It is using more renewable energy. It is working with other countries to fight climate change. Section 9. The Andorran Spirit, Identity in a Changing World. What does it mean to be Andorran today? It's a question many Andorrans are thinking about as their country changes quickly. Andorra is a land of contrasts. It's a place where old traditions live alongside modern life. It's a place where isolation has created independence. It's a place that is constantly evolving, even as it holds on to its past. Being Andorran is connected to the country's history, culture, and language. Catalan, the official language, is a symbol of Andorra's unique identity. The Andorran people are proud of their heritage. They want to keep it safe for the future. Andorra is also a cosmopolitan country. People from all over the world live there. This diversity makes Andorra's culture richer. It is shaping its future. The Andorran spirit is one of resilience, adaptability, and a love for their land. Andorra has overcome many challenges. It is a country that is looking to the future with hope. It is a country that wants to make a difference in the world.